Good morning, everyone. I hope that you're kind of excited today to learn about live casting and screencasting today. Live casting is kind of a interesting part of video technology that's creeped into our lives over the last couple of years. And some of you may have participated in live casting and not even known that you're a part of live casting. Hello, hello, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. So, anyone have an idea what live casting is?
That's what you're doing right now.
You are such a sneak. So live casting is like broadcast television. So in broadcast television, if you are seeing a live event taking place and you turn on your television or your device now and you start streaming at a certain time, if you're 10 minutes into that race, if it was the Kentucky Derby, it's over with, except for the lawsuits and other things that are going to take place. If you don't know, the horse that won the Kentucky Derby did some bad things. He got disqualified, and then one, it was like 65-1 won, and that meant that people that bet like $5 are like almost millionaires.
Whoa.
Not quite millionaires, but just
Close.
they're pretty happy.
Wow.
So having said that, it's kind of like must-see TV. So it is a real live event that is taking place and being streamed live. Now, what is fantastic about that is by live streaming, you have a couple opportunities. One is you can live stream your experiences to your students and to a channel that would allow them to click in at a specific time. And it would give you the freedom to be almost anywhere, any place in the world, as long as you either have internet access or in most cases, even just access that you have through your phone. Now, sometimes they do eat up data plans, so if you have like a limited data plan, you might not want to use that. It's not that it's bringing data down, it's sending data up. And to be able to live stream, you really need to have three things. One, you have to have some device that's going to be creating the video. You need to have software and a server, and in this case, let's say if I was going to stream live to YouTube. People, if they went to my channel on YouTube right now and they were searching up Randy DeWitt, they would probably see that Randy DeWitt is live, and they would be able to tap in and they would see what's happening here in real time. Now, is it real time? Not exactly real time, because once that video gets to the server, it has to process a little bit, and then it sends that feed to the link you click on to watch. So my guess is the delay is with our internet, it might be 5 or 6 seconds. With my 4G on my telephone that I'm using right now, it's probably 2 or 3 seconds. The only way we would know is if one of you actually went to YouTube and did a search for Randy DeWitt and started watching me live, because I am broadcasting live right now. Now, how is this really beneficial for you and your students and other activities? Well, all those services will archive it for you. And so that live video gets saved into a video that you can download, you can edit, and then you can do all kinds of incredible things with it. Can you imagine how wonderful it would be for you to actually in real time say to your students, I am going to a conference and on Thursday, here's my channel from Thursday from 3 to 3:15 or 3 to 3:20. Oh, look, who's that guy?
Mm-hmm. I didn't put the volume on.
So put the volume on. Let's hear how far delay we have. Yeah, probably 3 or 4 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does it look pretty clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So the quality is really can be very good. Can you hear me on the recording? Look how far I am from the phone. So by using this type of technology, it really is a fantastic tool for you to be able to do some things that are synchronous in real life, broadcast to your students so that they are really connected and feel like they're part of it. Now, student services, don't you do events on campus that would be cool for other students who can't come to feel like they're a part of it? Now, depending on what service you use, they also have some other great features that you would expect that have become the tools that students use as part of their lives. Think about that. An education institution and professors using tools that the students already know how to use. A great example is YouTube has live events. Facebook has, what do they call it?
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live, right? I think Instagram now has one as
Yeah,
well.
live as well.
You can go live on Instagram. Just about every social media platform or every video streaming service, YouTube and Vimeo and all the others, they all have a live feature to it that allows you to broadcast live and it archives it. But they also add other ways to engage and interact with students. Now, students, or should I say, the third piece of what I didn't tell you you needed to have is viewers. Now, there are times when I have used this technology and it clicked for me. Wow, this is really powerful. I'm gonna give you an example. I was teaching a doctoral level course in the Bahamas for people who were, running the education system, people who were professors, people who were high-level business leaders getting their doctorate degree. And the course I was teaching had to do with planning educational technology and implementation of that technology. So really just basically tell them how to, figure out the technology they wanted to use to solve problems, how to source and test that, prototype it and beta test it, how to put together the plan, the white paper to go out and to ask for the money that they're going to need or to write the grants for it, how to implement, and then of course how to assess what takes place. Really high-level course. I mean, the kinds of people that they know every single person in that group because they run in the same circles. They're running the police department, they're running higher education, they're running the Catholic schools. So I created this course. I was so proud of that course. It really looked good. It was one of those courses where they said, we're not happy with the course, go ahead and you have free reign to do whatever you want. I built an amazing course. I did everything. I did this great welcome video. It was so engaging. I sent emails and welcome messages. And I had a couple things for them to do. Post a little about yourself. I don't know about you, but you know each other, so tell me a little about yourself. The second thing is you've got some stuff you have to read this week, and I need you to do a thread of discussions, and then I need for you to go in and start working on this one assignment and tell me any questions you have. I launched that course. So waiting for the Bahamians to jump in there. Cheep, 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 crickets. So I sent out a note. Hey, did everybody have access to the course? One person right back. Yes, professor, but I can't find my book. Could you bring it to me the next time you come? One person of the whole class. So it continued on, and as the week went on, I escalated my discussions with them. I started sending them an email saying, it is a course requirement that you log in before Wednesday, blah, 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 blah. And so finally I get to the point where Saturday. And I sent out a little note saying, I'm going to be live in 5 minutes. Here's the link. And I'm sitting at the golf course where my son was taking a golf lesson. And I'm wearing, a t-shirt. I am pretty casual at this point. I pop in my headphones and my mic that came with my iPhone. I set up my iPad. I start broadcasting, and I just start talking to them. I say, here's what this first week was about, and da-da-da. And all of a sudden, I started seeing bing, 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 bing. And I come to find out, one would log in, then they call the others. Hey, our professor's on the line. And they all started chiming on Saturday. This is Saturday morning when, these professionals, they should have been probably, families and other things, they were probably doing some of their work. But it was that one thing that was so unique and felt so personable to them that I would take the time to live cast for them. It was about a 10 or 12 minute live cast. Now, before we leave today, I'm going to show you that live cast, okay? And it was very interesting because I had students in that course that had not logged in or had not participated until I made that communication, reached out to them with that live experience. And I had sent them videos. So it wasn't that it was video, it was the fact that it was so tangible and so in their face and so live and so personable. And even to the point, there's a few points where I even were like, hey, here's what it looks like, and I'm showing them, the iPad so they can see what it looks like they're supposed to be doing on the screen. It wasn't until that point that I realized the power of it. Now, socially, I'd done some things in the past. I'd used Facebook Live when I was kayaking on the intercoastal someplace, and there's this like 10,000 mullets, these little fish that are around, and as I was kayaking through them, it just like exploded, when I was paddling through it, and that was kind of a fun experience to see how people would kind of like click through. I will tell you that our students, as well as everybody else in society, man, they are video voyeurs. They like to sit back and just kind of sneak in. If they see there's something live going on, they may not say anything, they may not like it, they may not chat or whatever, but they click in and they are watching.
That's true.
Because they'll say, hey, I saw that you were doing such and such, or I even have people tell me, I saw the teach that you did for the students in the Bahamas. I'm like, huh? Yeah, you're at the golf course with your son. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not in that course. And he goes, yeah, but I saw it on YouTube. So it's been saved. So having said that, we're going to have a really great day today, and all of you that are going to watch this archive out there, or if you're watching it live right now, I just want to tell you, you are missing a lot of fun because we're going to learn how to screencast live and some of those tools. We're going to learn how to capture our device's screen. Have you ever had a time where you're like on a trip or someplace and you want to give feedback to a student, but it requires to show a process or something? I'm going to show you how to make a little video recording of your screen. We're going to then learn how to use Screencast-O-Matic to make screencast in a TV style switched experience. So we're going to be able to go from what you see on the computer screen to a webcam to you and the webcam at the same time, or you and the screen at the same time, and be able to export that as a video that you can upload and embed in your shell or share with students. Really great tool, fantastic for doing tutorials, fantastic for communications, and absolutely essential for teaching. So, we'll see you around next time. So now I am ending my